Okay, this is Jodi's little 1970 model MGB. Been here at Detoy Racing now since the end of June. Mind you, the last month everybody's been on holidays, including Jodi, so it's been sitting here basically ready to go. This came in for a ground up rewire, as the original electrics, as you would see in the dumbface photos that I've posted, were just an absolute nightmare. So from 1970, there's about 6 inches of original wiring in this car. And that's the two little tabs hanging off the tacho because they got a very special connector on them. So what started out as just a wiring job turned into a lot more. We ended up putting a brand new oil cooler and oil lines in for Jodi because the old ones were quite perished. Brand new alternator in there, spark plug leads, the valve for the heater system there, all new plumbing for the heater system, accelerator cable, choke cable, all the fittings on the carbies for them. So it all got a lot more involved, which helped get the project progressing nicely for Jodi so she can get her little pride and joy going again. So she's gone all out, new headlights and front parker and indicators. So they're all in. There's some broken off screws in there that we had to manipulate out so we could mount them up. So nothing like a challenge. So gone all out, new coil. We've got a power isolator relay there, brand new brake pressure switch, little mini circuit breaker center there, and a big major circuit breaker and relay center there as well. And then all the wiring pokes through that really hard to access area behind the brake and clutch master cylinders. So engine bay turned out quite neat and tidy. It's not a show car, it's not a ground up resto, it's just a get her pride and joy going again. So in on the dash, all the switches are brand new, including the dash light dimmer, new oil pressure, water temperature gauge as well. I've got the radio head unit out at the moment because it will be in the way of taking the crash pad off, which needs to have some work done to it. So that's all, the entire dash is all set up so it can come out by just undoing 3 connectors, and electrically it falls out. Being that we all have phones these days, we've put a 12 volt outlet and a dual USB down there so she can charge it up while she's driving along. I said, what do you need a radio for in one of these anyway? And apparently it's an MG thing, so which I don't understand, and that's fine. All right, so that's all turned out really neat and tidy. They tidied up the dash because it was looking very sad. Battery, got in here and we just tidied that up a bit, made a custom mount to help secure the battery that Hanno's Car Care sorted out for me. So thanks to Matt there for that. He helped me with the spark plug leads as well. And there's a circuit breaker there for the electric fuel pump, which is under the car and it's brand new. Down in the boot, bit hard to see because of the lack of lighting I've got in here, but I just tidied up all the wiring and made it neat and tidy. Yeah, that's pretty horrible to look at. So again, new tail lights, new reverse lights. We had the fuel tank out of it as well and got that serviced because it was dirty and a bit crappy, so got that all sorted out. So I put some new seals and whatnot on for it, new sender unit because the sender unit was buggered up. So all in all, it's turned out nice and neat and tidy. Everything works. Jodi saw it all when we started the car back in November, and she's very, very happy with it. So the last few things that we've done since will be a nice little surprise for her today, because today is go home day for the little MG. Being Australia Day, I reckon that's a pretty good present for Jodi and Steve, who should be here very shortly to pick up this nice little toy of theirs.